Hi guys, we're Unmanned. This song is called Baloney. Pretty straightforward, I feel like rock, but we're also kind of country because we're all just really hillbillies, at heart, and kind of can't help but sound country a little bit. And I mean, banjo's my first language, so I'm kind of coming to guitar later in life. And I feel so I mean, everything we do is pretty rock based, but it's got a twang. And then also, like we all really like to sing harmonies. Like we all sort of grew up on singing harmonies, so that's been a big thing for us. It's like we do backup vocals for each other on everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
As you can see, I mean, it's obvious we have a lot of different influences in our style.
Yeah.
So it does, old music.
Yeah,
Like,
old music.
Old music.
We covered, Hank Williams. And, like I'm a big fan of Wanda Jackson, so I mean, I feel like that's a big influence. And definitely a big fan of the Ramones. I love Motown, so all of those things are definitely influences. But also just the people that we play with in other bands are influences on us too. Like
music in the Appalachians, like whatever's going on at the time too, tends to inspire that kind of music for us.
Yeah.
I fully credit the Temptations for introducing me to harmonies, because when I was little, like 4 and 5, and I would notice sometimes I was singing a little different thing, but it was still correct somehow. And it like gave me this like soaring, triumphant feeling in my chest and in my brain. And I didn't know what it was because I was a little tiny kid. And then I got into church too. And then I was in school choir and learned about harmonies. And I was like, oh, that's what I want for the rest of my life. This song's called Don't Fret My Pet. I have always loved music. Like, my parents sang to me when I was a child my whole life. My dad plays guitar and Mom sings, and if one of them wasn't singing around the house, we had a record player going. There was like music every single day of my life. And then I played like a marching band and concert band and jazz band in high school. This guy I was dating bought me a bass guitar because I had mentioned it one time, like really one time. And he bought it. I was like, well, I guess I gotta learn to play this thing now. And I didn't. So then a few more years went by, and of my own volition, I started learning the bass. And then the rest happened.
You know, my parents raised me in church, and we went to Pentecostal churches, and that kind of surrounds, you know, music surrounds the whole church service. And that, you know, really spoke to me, and it just has always kind of moved something in my soul. And then when I got into high school, I got into marching band. And then, like Katie, you know, life came along, and I, you know, put down my instruments for a while. And then one day I was like, you know, I really miss playing. And I was like, you know, I played my whole life, and I've sang my whole life, so why not do a band? What, you know, what's stopping it? I'm only getting older at this point, you know. And so I kind of, you know, delved into a few bands, and then here we are. This was something that was like totally organic and just happened on its own.
My dad played music in a band, and when I was like 7, he bought me a keyboard and taught me how to play chords. And you know, and I was in choir in high school and was just kind of like always kind of into music. And then I don't know, I went to college and went to grad school and just kind of got a wild hair and decided to buy a banjo one time. And then I never really I let it sit around and learned how to play 2 chords on it and never got any better at it until I met this guy and I was trying to impress him and I told him I could play the banjo, which is total lie. And eventually I did learn to play and started playing music, and then yeah.
This next song is called Rose-Colored Lashes, and it's a tribute to our favorite local drag queen who sadly died a few years ago, but she had the sweetest, most positive personality and was really, really nice to everyone. And I was talking about her one time, and I meant to say rose-colored glasses, but lashes came out, which, I mean, drag queens wear lashes, so it seemed fitting, and it seemed like the title of a song. So we wrote this song about Michelle St. James, one of the best drag queens we've ever seen. She's tough as nails, but sweet as pie. She's wrinkled in a boa between her thighs. She's shaving her beard and put on lipstick. She's wearing tight panties to hide her decision what to wear. It's a big Now.
We all met at the bar, playing open mics and stuff. And one day we'd played shows together in different bands that we were in. And one day they showed up for an open mic and just started playing they're like, can we play some songs with you? And I'm like, yeah, totally. Like, I didn't expect them to actually know the songs. And they did. Like, they'd been practicing my songs, and I was just so...
You had, like, backup parts and everything.
I was
backup
blown.
vocals.
I didn't even know. I mean, like, I was in the middle of a song, and, like, they did the stop, and I was just so surprised I couldn't even finish the song. I was like, wow, can we be a band? Like, let's start a band tomorrow.
Yeah.
We did, pretty much.
We did, yeah.
The song's called Make Out Bandit. We've been recently writing some new stuff, and what'll happen is one of us will start to kind of write a song, and then we'll bring it to the other girls, and we'll all kind of add our own parts to it. So we all sort of write our own parts and write our own harmonies, but a lot of times, and we've written a few things kind of together as well, and then there's been songs that like we've written from way back when that we brought to the band and kind of like fleshed out with the band. Like she wrote January, which is that song's on her record, like when you were like 17.
Yes.
You know, and I wrote Make Out Bandit like 10 years ago or something, but added a bridge to it recently. So it's like, yeah, part of the process is us just hanging out and jamming together, like we come up with stuff and we augment the stuff that we've already written with new stuff. This is called Leave That Girl Alone. We've got a whole other 2 more records planned. We've got songs for all of the new, next stuff. We wrote a song that's an instrumental that sounds like the score to a spaghetti western. It's called Cowboy Lingo, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
And we've got like a sort of almost metal song called Light the Beacons. Our next record is going to be sort of UFO themed a little bit, so
out of this world.
Music videos. We have some music videos that we want to make because, I mean, obviously we're not going to be playing full shows exactly for a while, so we're trying to keep content going.
Plus, we have a song about a cat, and I mean, who wouldn't want to make a video about a cat?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Broken heart, my heart is gonna make your
yeah, and so the story with that was it was like the anti-murder ballad. Like, if you break my heart, I'm not gonna break your face. I'm just not gonna cook you dinner.